All right, I'm Chuck Jones.
I'm Anthony Mendez.
Randy Dixon.
Jose Mejia.
All right, it's time to go hard in the paint. Week 2. All right, welcome to Hard in the Paint. This is the second show, second of many, going straight into sports. First thing we're going to talk about is Major League Baseball. The playoff races are heating up. September is right around the corner, and before you know it, October will be here.
Yeah, well, my thing is I'm an Indians fan, so I know more about the AL than I do the NL. So I know there's a big series this weekend with the Royals going up against the Indians. That can affect the wild card and the AL Central race, because right now the Indians are 4 back, the Tigers are a half game back. So if the Tigers win and the Indians end up beating the Royals or whatever, then that switches the positions of the Tigers and the Royals, which also could affect the wild card race as well, which the Yankees, the Indians as well, and the Mariners are in it, with the A's and the Tigers holding the wild card right now.
So speaking of the whole AL picture as a whole, the leaders are the Royals,
Yep.
Orioles, and Angels. God, it's a sad fucking day. Fucking Angels. Gotta deal with that bullshit. But either way, they got the top seed in the AL West. Got to give them their credit. They got 80 wins. They're doing a fucking good job.
But then, like, another big series in the AL is the A's and Angels.
Yeah.
Right now,
Don't they have one more big series to do?
yeah, one more. I think the 3-game series. But right now they're playing a 4-game series. Angels took the first 2 already. Now they're up, I think, 3 games up on the A's. So that's a big series.
Because as it is, the A's have the wild card right now, the first wild card, and the Tigers have the second wild card. But the Tigers shouldn't sit too easy because the Mariners, Indians, and Yankees still have a shot to secure the second wild card. And I'm gonna tell you something: baseball is just like any other sport. All you got to do is find your way in. If you get in, you can win the whole thing. Case in point, the St. Louis Cardinals. Every year, all those motherfuckers got to do is get in the playoffs, and they go far. So with that being said, the NL picture looks like the top seeds are the Nationals, the Dodgers, and the Brewers. The first wild card is the Giants. The second wild card is the Cardinals. And you got the Pirates and the Braves in the hunt still for the second wild card.
Now, as far as the NL West, the Dodgers and Giants, the rivals and stuff. But Dodgers don't look dominant right now. They're getting injured. Hanley Ramirez is always getting injured. Getting tired of that shit. And then next year he wants over $100 million contract. Man, they shouldn't even pay him.
We're in the hunt right now, and I don't know what the fuck's going on with our fucking premier pitcher from Japan, Tanaka, but the Yankees shut him down yesterday. So I mean,
He got elbow problems.
But as far as the whole playoff picture in the NL, I think it's going to stay the way it is now. Dodgers are on top, Brewers are on top, Nationals are not. They're not going to lose against the Braves. And then I think it's going to be the Cardinals and Giants going to battle for that wild card. And then
it's anybody's game. September is going to be a big month. I mean, even though it's kind of clean cut, shit can always change. And baseball hasn't had that in a while, so. I mean, it gets pretty exciting, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right, moving on. Just miscellaneous news. Out of the golf world, Tiger Woods fired his coach, but touching on what I said on last week's episode, Tiger, it ain't your coach. It's you. You own golf for so many years, and now, they took the pussy away from you. You ain't been the same since you haven't been able to fuck all them bitches and shit. And that really fucked up his game. And honestly, now that he don't have the wife no more, you might as well start tagging ass again so that you can get your game back.
He's fucking Lindsey Vonn right now.
Yeah, he don't need no skier ass. He needs some porno ass. That's what was getting him the win.
Wasn't that getting him the wins?
I think the whole thing was him being married and doing that shit in secret, having like 2 lives.
It was the
now it's like it's
excitement.
all out there now. It's not the same. It's not the same. The thrill is gone.
Okay, and then
He don't
coming
have
out
that,
of
he don't have that clean cut image no more.
who cares?
No,
though? Are
but
you
the-
are
I
you
don't
trying to
really think he
win?
ever had
Like,
that.
isn't he still trying to chase Nicholas?
Well, the thing is
Yeah.
a lot of people in the quote unquote golf world or whatever are blaming it on his swing. That's why he's over here talking about bringing his old coach Bruce Harmon back, so he'd be able to try to adjust his swing. But let's be honest, fucking Tiger's done. He ain't gonna do shit. He gonna be more worried about fucking making Buick commercials than he is fucking winning fucking
He probably go-
more
he-
fucking tournaments.
He probably gonna end up catching that record when he go on the seniors tour.
Probably, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's a possibility. All right, moving on to the NBA. Just a couple of notes through the NBA. Apparently, there was some drama over the Kevin Love trade that went down last weekend. Minnesota's owner is kind of a little,
Pissed off?
Yeah, he's a little upset. A little bitter, some would say, about Kevin Love going to Cleveland.
He should be.
Saying he's not going to be successful over there and stuff like that. But I kind of agree with Kevin Love on that shit. Like, worry about motherfucking Minnesota. Like, I'm gone now.
Yeah.
Worry about Minnesota.
Yeah, and the thing is, okay, the fucking owner said that Kevin Love is defensive liability. That shows your fuck up as an owner to get a fucking coach that makes his ass fucking play defense. That's your own fucking fault. Now you want to bring that shit up now that he's gone? What kind of bullshit is that?
Everybody can't play defense, fella.
But even then, he's a rebounder. That's part of defense.
Well,
But if the owner knew that shit, wouldn't you think he would hire a defensive-minded coach to help him up his defensive game? His offense is there.
If there's one thing Minnesota needs, some motherfucking defense.
No shit.
I'll tell you that
know,
shit.
You know what's the problem with Kevin Love? They gave him and said, "Oh, you a superstar. You one of the best players," and he never did shit.
No, but because
They dropped to
No,
the damn
no, because
knees. Yes, they have.
when he
You
came out
damn
of
well know
college,
it.
he was just an average player at best.
But
But then
he got started.
he proved everyone wrong
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
because they were talking shit. Oh, he's a good player, but he's never gonna be a superstar. But now since he's a superstar now, people are getting pissed.
When he played at UCLA, I didn't think that guy could shoot like that. Cause they didn't
Why
have
not?
him.
Why
They didn't have him
think?
shooting like that.
Yeah, he was hitting threes in UCLA.
He was in the paint most of the time, though.
But he was hitting
He
threes
had to
in
play-
college.
He had to play a bigger man's position.
He was hitting threes.
But when he went to Minnesota, it's like he's a motherfucking sharpshooter now.
You see, but you got to remember, he brought his fat ass in there. He lost all that weight.
He did usually. He did.
That
Yeah.
motherfucker- He looked like, if you look at him in college, he looked like 2 different fucking people.
Yeah, 'cause
He don't look like the same person.
he was supposed to be projected like a Wally Zerbiak, like they're saying. What's your guy's name?
Why they all, everybody white, they always compare him to Holly Zerbiak.
It's okay.
I don't know
it's
why.
like they do
I
that.
never
with every,
understand that.
It's like they do that with every sport. Every white guy is sneaky fast.
That motherfucker never showed
It's some
up.
fucking bullshit like
I'm
that.
sorry. That motherfucker Wally Zerbiak never showed it up when people needed him.
I know, but if you're
That Western
That's kind
Conference
of like how
Finals.
Kevin Love did.
That fucking Western Conference Finals against the Lakers, I'll go back to it and back to it and back to it. Fucking Wally Zerbiak was on a goddamn milk carton, and that was the closest Minnesota had ever got to tasting the brass ring, and nobody showed up except Kevin Garnett.
But you see, you look at the qualification. I always wondered this: when somebody said a superstar, what qualifies somebody as a superstar?
Man,
all-around player.
he's got to have offense, defense. He's got to have star appeal. He's
Yeah.
got to have a bit of an attitude to him, but he has to have the ability to back it up
'Cause I
when he
figure-
says it.
I figure a fucking superstar is somebody that can put a team on his back and take him to the playoffs. That's why I figured.
That is. a
That-
superstar.
And Kevin Love been in Minnesota for how many years? One of those.
And that's why I said
And-
last
and
week
yet
that Kevin Love isn't a number one, because a number one can do that, but a number two can't do that shit.
So-
That's why I was saying that last week.
We'll see what he's got now. He's going to be on the team with LeBron James. And speaking of LeBron James, I don't know if it's a rumor. I don't know if it's a rumor or not. But somewhere along the lines, I heard that Payless Shoes offered LeBron James a deal worth $500 million to bring back Pro Wings, the Pro Wings brand.
That's hard.
Now, I think we all can say, with a straight face that ain't gonna happen.
Somebody going to
Nike's gonna say, "Oh, they'll offer you 500, we'll offer you 700. Stay with Nike."
Unless Nike buys out the Pro Wing brand.
That's true.
It's possible. I mean, I haven't really seen a prominent star with Pro Wings since fucking Hakeem Olajuwon.
No, he had
And
the
those-
Spaldings. He had the Spaldings.
Yeah,
Was it Spalding?
Spalding.
With those bootleg Scottie Pippins, those big 3-4 on the side? those dirty fours, Billy used to wear them all the fucking time. I remember that shit.
See, everybody ain't a damn merc. Like Shaq and all them motherfuckers just go there.
Start their own shoe company.
Sell they soul for some damn Pro Wings or whatever.
That goddamn logo with him banging on the fucking rim. That shit's funny.
Goddamn merc.
Moving on.
If they're gonna bring back Pro Wings, bring back some good old McGregors.
Oh man, not the McGregors. Those were all-purpose shoes. You could go to school in them, play football in them, play soccer in them, baseball in them. You can go roller skating with them.
Shit, I remember some kids used to wear some McGregor baseball cleats to school.
Oh man, to school.
Yeah, just to school.
Cleats to school. That's when you know you broke. Moving
I seen
on.
that
I'm
on my
gonna get
phone.
fucking Mizuno's.
Doc Rivers, the LA Clippers coach.
Good old
Now they got all that bullshit with Sterling out of the way. They've read him up on a new contract through the 2019 year worth $50 million.
You
That's
do
a-
that when he wins a title.
That's a player's
Yeah,
contract.
They signed him too damn early.
That's a
like
player's contract.
that's like signing Kobe Bryant too damn early for that 2-year deal.
Oh, that
You
shit
give him
was
that
good.
money
Highway
when he wins a
robbery.
title or at
See,
least
you
makes the
gotta-
finals.
You gotta look at it for a couple of ways. One, he's not only the coach, he's what, the vice president.
Yeah, he's in the office.
Yeah, so he's doing both. And
$50
the money,
million?
and the money goes up, and then you got to look at it on this way.
I would offer him
People-
$25 million.
People will go to play for Doc, just because Doc is Doc. That get people there.
How many titles do they have?
One.
Exactly.
I agree with what you're saying, but see now I gotta talk a little bit of shit here because the Clippers, let's be honest, you could bring Bernard King in there, them motherfuckers still ain't gonna win. They're just cursed. They're like the Oakland Raiders in so many words that you can bring star after star after star
Cleveland.
after star, and they're not going to win a
You said
championship.
Cleveland more cursed
The
than
Clippers are cursed, and as much as they want to call themselves the new team of LA, son,
Shit,
you
they
gotta.
run LA now.
I don't give a fuck if they run in LA or not.
do not.
They gotta put some
They run
fucking
LA.
banners up
They are
in that
running
goddamn
LA.
Staples Center.
Hold on. When the Clippers can only go fucking one round more than the fucking Lakers can, and still haven't put that fucking ring on their finger, they don't run shit in LA.
You gotta put those fucking
I get it.
banners up
I
in
get
that
it. I get it.
goddamn arena.
I get it. Most Laker fans still watch the History Channel
No, fuck
because
that.
it's fucking old shit.
Okay,
We
hold
talking
on.
about the present, the
So-
here,
so
and
you
the now.
mean- so
The
you mean
Clippers
to
haven't
tell
done
me-
shit though.
So you mean
What-
to
who's
tell
the-
me?
who's
Hold
the
on,
more
hold on, hold
successful
on.
team?
What have they
Who's the
done?
more successful
The
team?
fucking Grizzlies have gone farther than the damn
So
Clippers.
you mean to tell me?
Go for that. Hold on. Go for
So
that.
you mean to tell me if there was another fucking basketball team in Chicago that was doing better than the fucking Bulls?
Chicago Sky?
Hold on. If they were doing better than the fucking Bulls, and everybody was saying that that team was running the town, you would fucking sit there and say that was true? Bullshit.
Hold on.
Because the fucking Lakers.
I'm objective. Now
Oh.
the fucking Bulls went
When
to
it
the
comes to Chicago,
if the Bulls-
bullshit.
If the Bulls went to
Literally
the shit,
bullshit.
if the Bulls went to the shit house, and trust me, we had some fucking years in the shit house.
We fucking deep
After
round.
the
Shit, the fucking
after-
Celtics are in the shit house right now. Go ahead.
So
That
are the
is true.
Lakers. So are the Lakers, but hey.
That is true.
No, but see, that's what I'm getting at. Look at my shirt. By no shape of the imagination am I endorsing the Los Angeles Lakers. But from one championship team to another, you cannot sit up here and tell me that a team is running a city and they got no banners up there.
They got fucking selfies up in the fucking rafters.
There's 16 banners up there
They got
that
two-
say Los Angeles Lakers
got
on
two
them.
Pacific titles,
Until the
that's it.
Clippers win a championship or
Then
two,
shit-
you
and
can't even have
And
this
then-
conversation.
And then you go sit there and say, "Oh yeah, well, they got 15 more to go," and then it's gonna be a fucking countdown. It's like, when the fuck?
Win a
y'all gonna sit there-
championship.
When y'all gonna sit there and fucking admit,
Okay.
hey, the tide is turned.
Okay, like I
The
told
tide
you.
is turned.
I've told you already. In the past 3 years, like I said, go back 3 years.
Go back 3 years.
Lakers won a division title. Then it went to Clippers.
Mhm.
But what round did the fucking Lakers and the Clippers both get eliminated in the playoffs? One year they both got eliminated in the second round. The next year they both got eliminated in the first round.
What happened last year?
Only this year they got eliminated in the second round. How the fuck
Where the
does that?
Lakers at?
Hold on. How the fuck does that qualify as running LA? That's some fucking bullshit.
And getting back on
Who's the-
topic
who's the-
though,
who's the better
with,
team?
with Doc
Who got
Rivers.
it better
Right
team?
now it's the Clippers, but you can't
Okay.
say that they ain't
Okay.
fucking running LA.
They run in LA. They're the top team in LA.
Okay,
Getting back to the topic.
I ain't say the top team in
The
fucking
Cubs have a
California.
better.
But fellas,
So if the Cubs have a better record than the fucking White Sox, they're running Chicago?
Getting back
Hey,
to the topic.
it is what it is.
Hey, getting back to the topic.
You're so full
It is what it is.
Getting back to the topic of Doc Rivers and his contract.
Back to it.
I personally believe it's too much money. They haven't won a championship. and I'm not even going to say the word yet because I don't even see it coming.
So let's be honest. If Donald Sterling was like writing out that check, he would still accept that shit.
That's a whole nother fucking conversation right there. That's a whole other conversation. I'm not saying Doc Rivers ain't a good coach because he brought us a championship in recent time. But at the same time, if you can't do nothing with all that talent, because the Clippers got talent. They got a good starting five. They got a bench. They got everything. Why can't they win? That's the question you have to ask
It seems
yourself.
like they got too much talent. Like they keep on rotating these players. Like put that motherfucker in longer. You know, they got too much talent. They're like rotating too many players, man. That they stick to like a good, starting five and a good 4 guys off the bench. You're good. But they don't do that.
You have to adapt to the NBA.
I'm gonna say something a little controversial, and I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna just be real with you. Blake Griffin ain't no goddamn game changer. He's on 1 game, on maybe 2 games. He's off for 7 games. And it's Chris Paul holding that goddamn team up. No, I'm gonna go ahead and say it because they're gonna put all this pressure on DeAndre Jordan, and the memo never came out about Jordan.
Did you watch last season?
I know.
You gotta give him his fucking credit. That dude stepped up to a whole nother.
I give him his credit, but where was he at in the playoffs? Where was he at in the playoffs?
Okay, me as a Laker fan.
Where was he at in the playoffs?
Me as a Laker fan can truly say that Blake Griffin had one hell of a year. He was 3rd in the MVP voting.
That said something.
That
said something.
Before
That
that,
MVP voting is bullshit. In my case in point on that, Kobe Bryant only got 1. Where the fuck? What the fuck else do you need? How many Steve Nash got?
but I'm using
But that MVP shit is just like All-Star. It's bullshit.
but I'm using that as
It's bullshit.
I'm using that as a catalyst because Blake Griffin seriously upped his game. He ended up developing a shooter and everything like that. That was
game
his,
stepped up.
Can you depend on him to
Using
win a
that back.
championship?
It may come this year if they make the playoffs, which more than likely they will. But
And you can tell he's
but
hurt out
it
there.
only
Motherfuckers always hurt.
Let's be honest.
He came in the league.
Let's be honest. The Clippers are only gonna win if they bring back Keith Kloss. That's it.
Oh shit.
Well, so you get knocked out again.
Keith Kloss. Shouts out to the Keith Kloss beatdown. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. All right, moving on. Our NBA is over with. College football starts this week. A lot of interesting things going on out there. They still say the front runners this year is Alabama and Florida State. So we'll see what's going on as far as the season goes on. But there's a lot of news coming out of the West Coast with USC right now. And Anthony, I'm going to go ahead and turn that one over to you.
First of all, I am a Trojan fan. And this is some dumbass
He's not
shit.
talking about condoms, folks. He's talking about the college.
Lifestyle.
Well, I ain't say no. I got 2 kids, so I might not even be a fan of all that shit anyways. But anyways, fucking stupid ass Shaw went from being a feel good story, rescuing his nephew, jumping from the fucking second story fucking balcony, then getting named in a police report on a fucking robbery or whatever. Now he's in a domestic violence thing with his girlfriend. And you know what? I don't really put it on Shaw that much. His dumb ass did all that shit. Yeah, I know. But this is USC's fault for releasing this shit, trying to make it look like a feel-good story. Then they're like, oh shit, we fucked up. You know what? We ain't saying shit. We're suspending him. You know what? We ain't taking any more questions. We're just talking football. That's USC's fault because really, in all factuality, they got to worry about Fresno State because Fresno State always plays them tough no matter what. You could even go back before David Carr. Fresno State's always played them hard. So really, this is a big-ass distraction. So I think that Sarkisian needs to do what he needs to do to make sure that the Trojans stay focused at the task at hand, make sure that they stay relevant in the Pac-12, which is a very deep conference, and make sure that one of these teams, if not USC, is represented in the fucking four-team playoff at the end of the college year.
Now, in general, I will say, there's not much I can say about Pac-12 football. It's pretty irrelevant to me. I'm an SEC guy. But, however,
you need to pay attention.
However, I will say this. This whole thing going down with this kid in this story, it really does take away from USC and their plan to come back to prominence. But I think they're going to have a real problem with another team from Southern California in the name of UCLA. I think UCLA's got a lot of promise this year, and they got a lot of upswing, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go straight up, head up with Oregon for that Pac-12 championship.
Yeah, man, Jim Moore has really changed that whole program around, and then you got Brent Hundley coming back for his senior season?
Junior, I think it's junior, yeah.
And, he's projected to be a Heisman candidate already, so, the tide's kind of turning in, Southern California, but we all know it's still
No,
Trojan town. But also, I think Shaw, the story that he did with his little nephew, you know, saying it's like supposedly saving him from a pool. I think a better excuse would have been he was jumping out this two-story house like Trey did in Boys in the Hood. That would have been a better story.
No,
Okay.
They know people like them fake ass last action hero type stories.
Yeah.
Shit.
And it lasted for like a cup of coffee, and that's it.
That now we can get on to the NFL. Preseason's over. Week 3 is over. Next week we got week 1 of the regular fucking season.
About damn time.
There's a few headlines that's going on as far as quarterbacks that are going to be settling into their job roles, quarterbacks who should get a good job role, injuries, the new fucking domestic violence policy. Let's go to work. First thing I'm going to talk about is injuries. What's the name? Sam Bradford for the St. Louis Rams out with a torn ACL
Same
again.
fucking knee.
Again.
Poor guy.
Again.
That's sad because he has talent.
Yeah,
He
got
had-
talent.
he-
He got
He
talent.
had talent, but let's be honest, the motherfucker's got more fucking injuries than playoff wins. Like, it's just the way it is. He came into the league with a fucked up shoulder.
Exactly.
And he ain't fucking, he's been hurt. Now, I'm gonna give you this. When he was at his best, St. Louis didn't have no team around him. So you couldn't say that. But this year, they had put some stuff together. They had got some good receivers for him and everything. And then he gets hurt again on the same bum-ass knee. Sam, you got that big contract when you signed up? As a 49er fan, take it easy.
Sit home and relax.
Yeah, but he's been injury prone since what, his junior year in Oklahoma. I think his ass was drafted hurt.
Yeah, he was drafted hurt. He had that
So, I
shoulder
mean,
injury.
so the Rams knew what they were getting into when they drafted his
Hey,
ass.
I got no problem with it because it's St. Louis. So anyway, the rumor was that maybe they were going to go to Philadelphia and try to make a deal so they could bring in Mark Sanchez to be their starting
That
quarterback.
would have been a good move.
Personally, I thought it would have been a great move because now I got to say, to me, Mark Sanchez, he kind of got a raw deal in New York.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of negate the fact they haven't been successful since Mark Sanchez left. Mark Sanchez took them to 2 AFC championship games.
Back-to-back years.
Now, dude, I'm sorry. When Rex Ryan was talking all that shit about going to the Super Bowl, it's because you had a hurler like Mark Sanchez taking the snaps. And I'm going to be real with you. Geno Smith ain't the goddamn answer. But just like I said on last week's show, Vic going to be starting week 3. I ain't worried about that. I get a motherfucker 3 games. But after that, I think Michael Vick going to be starting. But as it is, the Rams' current quarterback is a familiar face to us 49er fans, old Sean Hill. And I'll tell you this, see how far that gets you. So James Harrison retired, you know. Hopefully he can get into the NFL Hall of Fame one day. He was an
Probably
impact.
not.
He was an
I
impact
don't
player,
think he's going to be in
and
there.
I respected his game. But the question is he really retired, or is he going to pull a Kyle Orton retirement and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, Dallas, I retired the next day. Hey, Buffalo, I'm now with you guys."
That'll let you know.
That was some sneaky ass shit.
That'll let you know how in the
That
shit
motherfucker
house
must have really
the
wanted out of
Dallas
Dallas.
Cowboy organization is, where somebody say, "Hey, I'm gonna retire, Jerry. I'm gonna retire. Here, keep your $4 or $5 million. That's okay. I just want to retire. You know, I'm tired and everything.
Turn around and sign with
Hey,
Buffalo.
I got a chance for a starting job. Oh shit! Hell yeah! I signed that contract.
He not gonna start over
He
EJ
started.
Manuel unless EJ
gonna
Manuel
start.
gets
He got
hurt.
a chance. I said a
EJ Manuel's
chance.
been looking like
A
shit.
chance.
Has he?
Yeah, EJ Manuel's been looking like shit. Might as well bring in fucking what, PJ Losman or whatever his name.
Well, didn't that receiver?
J.P.
Didn't,
Losman.
hey, didn't that receiver
Bob
get
Johnson?
fucked up?
Yeah,
Didn't that receiver get
Bring in
fucked
the good
up?
old
Sammy
man.
Watkins?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Didn't he get
like
fucked
bad
up?
ribs or something.
yeah.
Goddamn shame. All right, moving on. So the NFL commissioner Roger Goodell,
Fuck him.
he decides now he decides
Sit
that
back for this.
no,
Sit back.
he decides now that he wants to institute a new domestic violence policy because he realizes that he dropped the ball on Ray Rice. So I guess the new policy goes as follows: if you commit domestic violence or
First
something like
offense is
that,
6 games.
the first offense is 6 games.
Second
The
is
second
banned for
offense is the year.
No,
it's banned.
Or it's banned for life.
Banned.
Okay,
Get the good old Donald Sterling.
okay. Well, you know that's interesting. You know, and some people get 2 games. You know,
Gonna get Pete
and
Rose.
it's okay. You know.
And that's the thing I don't understand. How the fuck you give Ray Rice and Brandon Merriweather the same fucking game suspensions? Brandon Merriweather's a 6-time offender for that. Was it using the helmet or whatever?
Yeah.
Fucking Ray Rice fucking has a throwback pulling a good old Flintstones episode, and his ass fucking gets two fucking games
That's
as
not
well.
This motherfucker gave his girl a 2-piece special in the elevator. And he had to drag her out. And after he drug her out, bro, he didn't even pick her up. He just left her laying there.
Like somebody, you gonna help me with
That's
this?
your Super Bowl champion. That's your face of the fucking Baltimore Ravens.
But then now Ray Rice is down to one more offense, and that's it.
Yeah, he's it.
So they are going to count that one as the
Yeah,
first one.
they have to.
He said
Alright.
they said that they're not gonna switch his 2 games to 6 games.
Even though they should.
Yeah, even though they should, because like Adele said,
They
he
should,
dropped the
you
ball
know,
on
we
that
got
shit.
fuck with all
But
Oh,
now,
don't worry, we're coming.
but now he knows. Ray Rice knows this shit happens again. He's
He's
done.
done.
So he's not gonna get the
And they
6
should-
games. But
and
he-
honestly,
now,
A lot of
6 games,
Newports
let's
will
be
be
real.
smoked. A lot of Newports will be smoked.
Let's be real about the situation though. Your first offense should be the whole fucking year.
exactly.
I think so.
I mean, domestic
At
violence
least.
ain't no fucking thing to play with. You know, like a half a year ain't enough. You know, it should be the whole year, and then if you do it again, then you're going for life.
But then also they have to, when they put that rule in, then you gotta find out. They gotta find the truth on these charges, man.
That's what
because
the hard thing.
because women can just say, "Oh, he fucking beat me," but
The thing-
it's the other way around.
The thing is that
I know some people that have gone through that shit
Yeah.
and got done dirty. So they gotta make sure that everything is squared away, and all the findings and all the charges are fucking legit, man.
You know where the NFL really fucked up, and that's this because they know they fucked up, and they know they'll even have more of a black eye. Why hasn't anybody seen the elevator footage? We have seen elevator footage and all kinds of other shit like we were talking about last week with that fucking Beyonce, Solange, Jay-Z shit. So you know they got fucking cameras in
They
that
were in a
shit.
casino, right? Hell yeah.
The thing
there's
is
a
that
camera in
one of the
goddamn
workers recorded off the TV screen for the Beyonce
But
shit,
in this-
which he shouldn't have done. That's why he
Yeah,
got fired.
but it's still though.
shit.
The
I got
NFL
Over $1 million.
But but that's what
I
I'm
got
saying.
fired
But that's
for
what
that
I'm saying is there is elevator footage. So if the NFL has to see that, and the courts and everything else has to see that.
Because
So why did Ray Rice get
No.
off so easily?
nobody wants to see a girl get Manny Pacquiao.
No,
man.
no. But in this case, you have to see that shit. Nobody wants to see it. But if it comes to something like this, you need to see how much it went. What was the extent that it went?
Yeah,
Then
that's
you
true.
can
though.
then you can
what
give
if,
out the right
what
punishment.
if she was hitting him hitting him repeatedly,
Exactly.
and he had to defend himself?
Exactly. But nobody sees that.
Yeah.
So I mean, and everybody's making Ray Rice look bad. But what if she was doing
Like
that?
what if it was Ronda Rousey and you in the fucking elevator and she was beating your ass,
I
and
don't
then
know.
you knock her ass out.
I don't know. I mean,
Straight max
no,
it
it's
up.
not right. No, it's not right at all for a woman to attack you. But
No.
I mean, whatever he did to her, she was out.
Yeah.
Like she was out cold.
That's it. She's dead.
Yeah, like she was. You could have gave her a 10 count, bro. She was done. You know. All right. So moving on. Suspension news.
To the main event.
Well, no. Before I get on Alden Smith, I'm just gonna say one more thing about the Josh Gordon situation. They denied his appeal.
Talking
You
about
know,
going to the CFL.
Yeah, he tried to go to the CFL. They said, no, you can't do that either. You got to sit here and not make no money for a year. So hopefully, Josh, this is your wake-up call. You know, stay off of the drugs. Get yourself
The
ready
thing
for
is,
next
I
year,
think
man.
it would be a good idea for him to go to CFL so he can be in shape. He can
No,
stay in
he was
shape.
going to the
No,
CFL to get paid.
The CFL said they did this about. It's called the Ricky Williams rule or whatever in the CFL. They said that the commissioner said if anybody is suspended in the NFL, they are going to abide by whoever is suspended there, and they're not going to allow him to play. And on top of that, if the Browns do allow Gordon to go play in the CFL, the Browns have to cut Josh Gordon, and they aren't going to do that because he had like 1,400 receiving yards last year. So really, are you going to cut your number one wide receiver?
And I think he missed like
And he
2
in the
games,
And
right?
he in the contract.
2 or 3 games.
And he was
last year?
suspended last year.
Yeah.
And he still had 14.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so, you know, moving on with the
This
suspensions.
is where we sound.
Moving on. There's one more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Moving on with
No,
the
you want to hurry up
suspensions.
and get to the main event.
We
Main
found out yesterday that you know, our beloved 49ers
Roger
linebacker,
Goodell, you son of a
one
bitch.
of the best pass rushers in the
You
game,
beloved.
Alden Smith, is going to face a 9-game suspension for all of the troubles that he's had in the past year or two. To be honest, I mean, I could be biased about the situation, and I could get mad about Ray Rice bitch ass only getting 2 games. But I'm gonna just say, you know what? As a 49er fan, we just kind of gotta take this one on the chin. You know, 9 games is better than the whole fucking year.
He should have been
You
going the
know,
whole fucking
so Aldon Smith, yeah, you want him out for the whole year, and you lucky he's not gonna be on Jay Cutler's sorry ass. But the way we think about it, I mean, we're probably not gonna need him anyway. So
You don't wish he was there.
the thing is though, you gotta accept the 9-game suspension. At least he'll be back by week 10. He'll have 6 games to get ready for the playoffs.
Because let's be honest, he got off easy. Don't roll your fucking eyes.
Here we go with this shit.
You-
Go ahead, man.
No. Just like y'all talk shit about Ray Rice a minute ago. You gotta call a spade, fella. This motherfucker has a path of doing this shit. He has a record. How many times this motherfucker been arrested the last 4 years? How many times?
Quite a few.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
but the whole airport, he was arrested, but he wasn't charged with nothing.
It's the point he being arrested.
He wasn't charged with nothing.
That motherfucker, he probably did what they said, and then some greenbacks got slid around to some people.
So,
and that's what happened.
But in the
And they
public
fucking-
size,
and they cut it out.
nothing happened.
Okay,
There was no charges.
what about them DUIs? What about getting caught with them goddamn
Don't
guns?
just fucking listen to it.
What about the good?
Prater got 2 DUIs. He only got fucking 4 games.
Hey, the difference is your boy got a
Because he's
history.
white.
He got a history. You can't even say it's not even no damn color thing.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to look for no damn color thing. The motherfucker's a fuck up.
Bottom line
Aldon
is
Smith
this.
is a fuck up.
Bottom
and
line
he got
is this.
caught. And Goodell, you dropped the ball on that one. You should have suspended his ass a year.
The bottom line is this.
Because,
he got
hey,
9 games.
when you
and
sit
he'll
there
be
and think
back
about it,
week 10.
when you sit there and think about it, you talked about Josh Gordon. He got suspended for weed, smoking weed. This dude been doing DUI, having guns and shit. So you saying his shit is less than that one? Him smoking weed is more than that one?
We're not fucking like comparing the two.
No,
Never
because you
said
have to
that.
compare it. It's just like what y'all was talking about. Well, goddamn fucking Ray Rice slapping his wife up. You comparing shit. Everything's getting compared to each other.
But the thing is that Aldon Smith was never suspended like Josh Gordon was.
What do you call that last year?
Yeah, teams.
No, he left to go to rehab.
No, we gave him a team suspension.
But the thing is the NFL.
The team
the
did that
NFL
shit because the NFL was gonna suspend his ass.
But then they didn't.
And they said, hey, no, don't do it. We'll do it. We'll do it for you. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it.
He wasn't suspended because he was getting paid. When you're suspended, you don't get paid. He was not suspended.
That's the problem. That's why Aldon Smith is fucked up like he is, because y'all been sitting there wiping his nose and wiping his ass.
Why? Because he's one of the fucking best sack leaders in the game.
So that gives him a right to fucking
Yeah, you get a fucking perk.
so the perk is
job.
So drive drunk with fucking
No.
around time where kids out there
Listen, I'm not endorsing none of the bad
and
shit
they have
he
fucking
said.
guns.
I'm not endorsing none of the bad shit that he said, okay? He got the goddamn 9 games. We're taking the goddamn 9 games. That's it. That's just the way it's going to be. It is not going to affect the 49ers whooping the Bears' ass week 2.
See?
And you're going to find out. And you folks at home,
that's your problem.
you're going to find out
That's
too.
the problem. You focus, Charles. It's like this. You need to face facts. Son.
I am a
It's like
49er fan, and
You look
I
at
know
your team.
what
Look
we
at your
gonna
team
do.
objectively. Where's your secondary? Your secondary is
there's a-
totally fucking different.
There's some new faces
It's
on that guy.
different.
It's all new faces on that goddamn
It's different.
secondary.
You telling me Bethea the answer?
And where's yours at?
Hey, hold on. I ain't done yet. You telling me Bethea's the answer? He was getting worked by Alex Smith in the playoffs.
Yeah, he was. We gonna see what happens. But I still
And we
stick by.
rebuilt ours.
I still
Wine
stick
and
by
dine, 69,
what I say.
fucking Jared
We ain't
Allen.
losing
right.
to no
I bet
goddamn
you
Chicago Bears.
like that
We ain't
ass
losing
right
to no
now.
motherfucking
I bet
Dallas
you.
Cowboys either.
Because
I put it
y'all
out there.
49ers are scared.
We ain't scared of shit.
Because Seattle's owning y'all ass.
Yeah, speaking of
You got
Seattle.
fucking teams
Speaking
up
of
on the rise.
Seattle, since we're gonna bring up
Yeah, I don't
Seattle.
talk about this no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you want to keep talking about it?
Yeah.
Don't talk about
No,
it then.
no,
You
no,
got
no,
an hour,
no,
man.
no,
Don't
no,
talk about it then.
Oh, now we only got an hour.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You gonna
ahead.
talk
No,
about
go
it?
ahead.
Go ahead and talk about that shit. And you make sure you add in how we always whoop the Bears' ass. Make sure you add that shit.
you look at
Make
the
sure you
record.
add the
You look at the
Chicago
record.
Bears
You look at
made
the
Colin
record.
Kaepernick a starting quarterback. Make sure you add that shit. He beat the fuck out of y'all Monday night. And that's why he became a starter in the fucking first place.
Right.
And then after that, he took the ball and he ran with it. Just face facts. You know it. I know it. They know it. This team is better than that team, hands down.
You know what's gonna happen? The clock will strike midnight on you, Cinderella.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Win.
You let
Week
that
two.
clock strike
Week 2.
down on
Week
us.
2. When we come to y'all sorry ass, fucked up field, brand new stadium,
That's why you got them Levi shoes on.
we're gonna. Hey, okay. That's what I said. What they gotta do with anything? He grabs him. No, he grabs him for straws. That's what he do.
No, I'm
But
gonna tell you
anyway,
something though.
No, hold on. I ain't done
I'm
yet.
gonna tell you something.
When we
You
come
think
to
your
that
team is so
when we
goddamn
come-
good
when we
and
come to
they
that
got all this and that and the
field,
other, it's gonna come
we gonna
down to
whoop
y'all
y'all
getting your
ass.
ass whooped again.
We gonna whoop y'all.
That's what it's gonna come down to. Y'all getting
Jay
y'all
Cutler-
motherfucking
Jay
ass
Cutler
whooped again.
is
Jay
gonna-
Cutler will
is
be
gonna
getting
throw
carried the
ball
fuck out.
all over y'all.
With that
You're
being
sorry-
said,
the thing
You're
is
sorry.
that-
You're sorry.
let
Second.
me tell you something.
Who's your linebackers? Who's your linebackers?
Let me tell you
Who's
something.
your line?
With that being
Who's your
said,
line?
I personally think
You're
that
not the same
49ers
team. You're not the same team.
I personally think
Stop thinking
that,
like you're the
I
same
personally
team.
think that the 49ers should move on. They're not going to have a Russian linebacker like Alden Smith.
We have to change the
They
way
gotta
our
move.
offense
They
is.
got to go to the 4-3.
No, in our offense, we have to be a high-powered.
The offense is one thing, but I'm talking about on the defensive side of the ball. Seeing as how Alden Smith really never covered any receivers, he was a majority of a pass rusher. We're gonna have to put 4 on the line because we don't have another good linebacker that can get that done unless the 49ers make a deal. And I want to say this, Roger Goodell, you knew you were gonna suspend him a long time ago. You should have did it way back when we had a chance to sign somebody credible. Don't wait until 1 week before the season starts to sit up there and try to cripple us like that. But let me tell you something.
Y'all
It ain't
got
gonna.
money.
And let me tell you something.
You
One
got money.
monkey don't stop the show. We gonna still be in this fucking shit until the very fucking end. The 49ers are gonna have to go to a 4-3. You're gonna have to put Ian Williams, Ray McDonald, fucking Justin Smith, and you're gonna have to put that Tank Carradine dude on the goddamn line because this preseason has showed that motherfucker can get to the quarterback. He ain't fast enough to be a linebacker.
So-
He's a lineman.
So you say take
We're
care of
four-
gonna replace
Put him,
Alden Smith?
yes.
He
Put
gonna
him,
replace him?
yes. Put him 4 up front.
More dumb shit.
I'm not saying he's gonna be better, but I'm just saying you put 4 up front and you gotta have 3 in the linebacking core. Because we don't have it. Dan Scooter cannot play Alden Smith position. He can't.
But see, look,
You know?
a lot of teams are running 4-3-3-4 hybrids, so it can be done. So
We're gonna have to run 4-3, man.
It
Because
can
we
be
got
done.
more linemen than linebackers. We're gonna have
Because
to.
you better do something because your secondary is questionable. You know it. Your secondary is questionable. You lost Hitman.
Yeah.
You lost
I went to the Raiders.
the two went to the Raiders. What? Carlos Rogers and Brown.
Terrell Brown.
Yeah.
Both
And
went to the
Hittner,
Raiders.
and then we lost Goldston for last
The year before. It's like
Fucking everybody.
that's why I was trying to tell y'all. You can't go in there thinking like you have the same team. You have a different defense.
I know.
Now-
It's good.
Now
I know
the
that
best,
we-
the best linebacker y'all got is out, and the damn sure ain't Patrick Willis.
You said it's Navarro Bowman.
You damn right.
That's why
that
he was
kid's
rated,
good.
That's why he was rated number 7 out of the top 100 players this year.
Who?
Patrick Willis.
That's just by name and stature.
Okay.
Navarre Bowman, he runs that team.
So with that being said,
Fuck Urlacher.
with that being
Look at
said,
fucking Urlacher.
I just want to give
He's
a
a
shout
child.
out. I want to give a shout out to the Raiders rookie quarterback Derek Carr.
Start the car.
You did a great fucking job against Seattle's #1 defense. Derek Carr went out there and made it look easy. I mean, I really hope we pulled some footage on it. Like, we gotta find a way. We all gotta find a way to throw on fucking Seattle's defense. And Derek Carr did it, and he did it effortlessly.
Sherman can't play on a baseball field. That's why.
Sherman can't cover one-on-one. He's a fucking zone cover. And that's exactly what Patrick Peterson from the fucking Cardinals said when the motherfuckers was going back and forth.
You can say that, but he has a ring.
He does have a ring. And the ring shuts it all down.
He was a part of it.
I will say,
Chancellor.
yeah, the ring shuts it all down. So, with that being said,
He owned Crabtree's ass.
we have an excellent season coming up. You know, a lot of people got injuries. A lot of people stumbled and struggled this preseason. So, are we going to talk about possible division winners? Who's going to come out of the AFC West? Is it still Denver?
Yeah, it has to be Denver.
Yeah, I think it's
It has to be Denver.
I'd say it's Denver.
Load it up.
They got in Ware. Ware's going to be a pretty good compliment to Von Miller, and they still got a decent secondary.
And you got Peyton Manning out there talking shit like he really wants to win that shit.
You know, he's pissed off because of how his player got hurt in the preseason.
But that's just passion.
He should have been pissed off how they got dick slapped in that Super Bowl.
Yeah, he really should have.
But I mean, yeah,
That was a
That-
buggy.
Denver's the clear.
All
front
I heard
runner.
was
I'll give you that. AFC. What about the AFC North? AFC North.
AFC North, I think it's gonna be the Bengals.
Problem is,
I think Pittsburgh will come back up.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh
the
too.
problem is the Bengals keep fucking. They do great during the regular season and don't win no
choke.
playoffs.
Well, we're talking about division winners. We're
Yeah.
not talking about playoffs.
They don't win no
Bengals are
playoffs.
gonna take the division.
Was the Pittsburgh's was it his rookie or his second year player? Was it Jarvis Jones? Or something like
Linebacker?
that? Yeah, that boy's the truth. That boy can play.
All I know is that
I
Blunt,
say
they're gonna be
Pittsburgh.
running no more blunts. I know that.
And the AFC South.
That was too literal.
Oh, yeah.
That was too literal.
Blunt Bell.
Yeah, Blunt Bell.
AFC South.
Colts. I think
Colts.
it's got to be
Yeah.
Colts. You don't see anybody else stepping up.
Texans might make an improvement.
Colts.
Tennessee might creep in there, but
Colts.
they aren't contesting with the Colts.
Colts.
I think the Texans is in the shit house.
No, I think
And,
that.
AFC
why,
East.
why are they? I was gonna say why are they still holding on to Andre Johnson? Oh, that's
Well, I mean,
I know, let him go. He don't want to be there, let
they
him
got
go.
Fitzpatrick at
Go
fucking
to the
quarterback.
Packers.
He didn't do shit with Buffalo,
Let him
so
go to
Texans
Seattle.
ain't doing shit.
Now, as far as the East, NFC,
AFC.
AFC East, Patriots.
Patriots.
yeah, that's a lot.
I mean,
That's pretty much a lock.
they're
The
like
the Jets might be second.
Man, the Patriots, man, they
They're-
just ran that division for years, man. They have a shitty ass division. That's
they're
why.
like the Braves.
And
of
we
this
can't say that
generation.
they've always had a tough team
They
either.
are like the Braves.
Tom
though.
Brady gets it
Yeah,
done with
they're
little
the
or
Braves of
nothing
this
out there.
generation.
The only ones that stopped them for a year was the
Was
Jets.
the Jets.
Yeah.
That's that one here,
Yeah.
yeah.
What about the NFC East?
Eagles.
I think the Giants.
Let's go Eagles.
It's on.
You think the Giants are going to come back up?
I think
Giants?
I think the Giants are going to look like shit.
I think the Giants gonna rise back up.
Even with Eli's new offensive coordinator, his first year in that system.
They've been looking bad in the fucking preseason.
See, and speaking of Eli, it's like I wrote in hard in the paint on the page, and they was talking about. They was sitting there talking about
Shannon Sharp.
Sharon, was it?
That's a bad thing to say.
But the thing is that he's basing it off last year. If you put all those NFL
Eli had
records
his
up
worst
from
season
before.
last
You know what's the
You're talking
problem?
about, you know how like you were saying, oh, Laker fans hold on to history? You were holding on to Eli's history right there on that one fucking
No,
post.
because you know why? Because they sit there. They do,
Last year,
they
Eli
do-
Manning played like shit.
He did. They sit there and compare him to
I'm
Peyton
sorry,
at every fucking turn.
I ain't got a bad.
They
I ain't got a
compare
bad
that.
thing to say against Eli Manning.
They compare him to Peyton at every
2011
turn.
NFC
No, I'm not
We
saying
gave
that he's not one of the
motherfucker
greatest of all
everything
time,
he
but
had.
as of
He
right
kept coming
now,
back.
he's not
From
an
that
elite
day
quarterback.
forward,
How do you
I
say?
will not say
how do you
nothing
say
else
he's
bad
not
against
elite?
him.
The
We
dude
tried
got
to
the
kill
most-
that motherfucker.
He has the most road wins
And he
in
came
NFL
back.
history.
He had the most interceptions last year.
He has the most road wins in NFL history.
We're not talking about history, we're talking about this year.
But they going by history.
His numbers are elite.
Because,
Well, I got the Eagles.
I got the Eagles there.
Call me
Giants.
crazy, but I'm picking the Redskins.
nah,
I think
RG3 is done.
I think the
He's done
Redskins
before you
are
even
going to
get
win that
started.
division.
You know,
But see, it's not based on how good they are. It's based on how bad that division is. I think Philadelphia is going to take a
They
big
should-
step back this year.
they should fix that logo and just put Mike Shanahan on there because he was red as that damn logo. The good old Washington Shanahans.
Good old
They can just fix
RFK,
everything.
homie.
And they talk about getting another stadium. We're like, didn't you just get a new stadium?
17 years ago. That's what we're talking about. It's only 17 years old. Good old FedEx. Anyway, I work for him, so.
Cheap.
Either way, okay, moving on. NFC North.
I got the Packers.
I got the Packers. I mean, until somebody can.
Do we even have that? I ain't even have that.
Until I mean, they've been running the division for a while. So until somebody can overtake them,
Bears.
so
Bears
I mean-
gonna take that division.
Let me tell you something.
It's a new goddamn day. These motherfuckers.
I don't
they
like-
They barely won that shit last year. That's because we let them win that shit.
Let me tell you
I
something.
blame the fucking.
We let
Bears.
him off the hook.
You damn right, we let them off the hook. That's the reason why, because we had the fucking historically worst defense in Chicago Bears history. Damn near 100 years of fucking history. God, I already fucking talked about that damn defense last week, but
Let me tell
just
you
like this,
something.
it better be some goddamn changes, and for damn sure, we taking them this year.
Let me tell you something.
And the Packers
I don't like
do it. The motherfuckers scared up there in Green Bay.
I don't like you motherfuckers.
We don't like y'all either.
I'm just gonna tell you that right now. You motherfuckers, your fucking team, you guys got like the fucking best fans, and you guys think you're so fucking tough every year, and y'all get y'all ass whooped every year. But I'm gonna tell you this. I pick you motherfuckers to win the NFC North.
You
I
damn
am
right.
picking the Bears.
You damn right.
I am picking them. Because let me tell you
We ain't
something.
gonna let you down.
Let me tell you something. I think the Packers,
12-4.
I think the Packers, just like the Eagles, I got this feeling, they're taking a step back.
No, but you know what?
They're taking a
I
step
would have
back.
liked Chicago winning so they can host a wild card and we could beat them in fucking wild
Why
card.
not? Why not? I think we can get it done. And now moving on to the NFC South.
Bears.
NFC South.
So,
I was saying Bears anyway, but go ahead.
I go the Saints.
We already know what your pick is.
actually, no.
I was gonna say Tampa Bay.
You say Tampa Bay, you
I
say
think-
New Orleans, you say
As much as it hurts me, and as much as I represent that helmet right there, the history of the
It's a little
NFC,
ass helmet.
the NFC South
No,
has the history of never repeating a division winner the next year.
You gonna use that?
So, my pick is the Saints
No fake.
because.
I'm sorry, bro. You're supposed to always pick.
Yeah. Oh no, no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
But
I
look,
can't-
being here, unlike
can't
Randy,
accept that.
I gotta be objective here.
I don't have to be objective.
I want
I'ma
my
tell
no. In my heart, hell yeah, I want the Panthers to
I'm
win
gonna
the
tell you
division.
right now.
You couldn't say that shit with 3 bum ass running backs, no fucking wide receivers. Your fucking line didn't fucking retire. You got
Hold on.
you got your fucking defensive player who's ultimate warrior, bench pressing holes into fucking guns. You know he gonna
Why
get
does he have
suspended.
all those guns?
Yeah.
Ask Alden Smith.
Shit, all the Smith shit. Them motherfuckers might have been fucking trading guns together for all we know.
Alden Smith is probably his fucking dealer.
Dealer.
Alden Smith should have dealt him a way to go to the Super
Fucking
Bowl.
good old fucking
Alden Smith touched Super Bowl turf.
the good old fucking Sons of
Matter of
Anarchy
fact, Alden
episode.
Smith-
Fucking
Matter of fact,
when the
I
fucking
think
when
Alden
the Panthers
Smith-
played the 49ers,
I think-
and on the fucking side, fucking Greg Hardy probably went to fucking Alden Smith buying some fucking deals.
Hey, you know what he said?
Like it was the
And do
fucking
you know-
Mayans and the
and-
fucking Sons
and you know what Alden Smith said? Hey, Greg, can I get those straps? I'm sorry I made your quarterback cry out there during the fucking NFC fucking divisional playoffs.
I'm
Now,
talking
let me
about,
go ahead and get
I'm
that.
talking regular
them
shit.
straps.
I was talking about when they
You
went,
gotta talk about
No,
when y'all
I
niggas
said
beat us by
when-
1 point.
I said
'Cause
when-
you can't say shit about that
I said when
fiasco
the Panthers
where y'all.
went to
I
San
am
Francisco.
talking about when the motherfucking 49ers went to Carolina during the playoffs, whooped y'all ass, Cam cried, we kept going. Anyway,
and got what he just
I
did
got
against Seattle.
my pick. Well, okay, my pick for the NFC South. Fucking New Orleans. They'll be
I
back.
swear, I think Ben from Strap sold guns to fuck Alden Smith and fucking Greg Hardy, homie.
Just you and me, okay? Just you and me, okay? Tell Bo King to stay his bald ass over there.
I only say the Saints because of Brandon Cooks. I think Brandon Cooks will make a hell of a
Yeah, I'll
difference.
tell you one thing, Anthony. I just want to point this out. You always bringing up names of motherfuckers we don't know shit about.
Brandon Cooks was
He
what
from Oregon.
He was from Oregon,
I don't
and he was their.
know Oregon.
As far as I know, he was their first round draft pick. Just because you don't know about the shit about Pac-12
I don't.
and the Pac-12
I
taking
don't.
over,
And I'm
you're-
taking over. Wait a minute. Hold
Wait,
on.
wait, wait,
Hold on.
hold on.
When did the Pac-12 become the NWO?
Hold on.
Let's think about this
What,
for a second.
you're a what?
Whoa.
LSU
Let's
or
stick to the division winner.
hold on. You're a LSU or whatever Auburn fan.
LSU.
Hold on. Yeah, you're yelling out "Roll Tide,"
LSU and the SEC, period.
but you're yelling out "Roll
And I
Tide."
gotta give Florida State. Y'all just do
That's
that.
like a Boston
The A-
Celtic fan beating a Yankee fan.
The ACC.
Hey.
I'm all of it.
That's like a Boston Celtic fan saying it's all about the Lake Show.
No, I didn't say it was all about the Lake Show.
But you're saying Roll
fucking
Tide.
Even Ray Charles can see that you guys got 16 fucking banners up there and the Clippers got none.
But what I'm saying
I
is,
gotta say that y'all was
You
better.
got-
All right, man. Let's go to the NFC West.
Bottom line is,
Seattle.
this helmet right here, this is a symbol of your fucking success. Now, when y'all get a big normal size helmet, then you can fucking talk to me about some shit. Anyway,
Don't say this. I'll
moving
have
on.
it right here next.
Moving on.
He should got the little quarter out.
NFC West. NFC West, who's going to win the division? I'm still picking the 49ers.
No.
Fuck Seattle.
Seattle.
Seattle. got it.
Seattle has blocked.
Fuck Seattle, but I gotta be real with. They're the
I'm
Super
not
Bowl
being
champ-
real with shit.
They're the Super Bowl champions.
You heard it first from me. I'm picking the 49ers to win the NFC West.
They're gonna.
You're being delirious, fella.
I'm
Seattle's
not
gonna
being
take.
delirious.
Jose
Seattle's
being
gonna be the
objective.
division winner. I'm sorry.
Well, you can go ahead and be
Hey,
objective. I'm going to be myself.
And you got a chance. Y'all might take a couple of steps back because you don't
Yeah,
realize
here you
y'all
go, Mister. Let's give the 49ers all the bad news. Keep on fucking going
No,
with this
I'm just
bullshit.
saying, you gotta be
Let me tell you
realistic.
something.
Because
Let me
your
just sum it up for
Got
everybody.
your defense. Your
The
defense.
49ers are not only going to win the NFC West, they're going to finish better than Carolina and motherfucking Chicago.
You're not.
Now, I said it first.
At least
You
you're
heard it
Chicago.
right here.
I can't speak for Carolina.
Notice he didn't say win a Super Bowl though.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to.
That's where I'm going to be objective at.
Let's go to the two wild card teams from each from the AFC and the NFC.
I say the reason why I said the Saints will win the division is because I think Carolina will be a wild card. You can laugh all you want.
A wild
But
card
I
with
put
what?
it because
Selling sandwiches? What the fuck?
I think it's gonna switch how Carolina was a division winner last year. I think it's just gonna switch. Saints will be the division winner. Carolina will be a wild card, and my other team I have in the wild card is the 49ers.
Let me tell you this. Let me just tell you this, Anthony.
Go ahead and bob
And this is with all sincerity here. Last year, when you said Carolina was going to do everything that they did, I shut you down. I said, no, they not. They didn't do shit. No, y'all did good. Y'all did way better than expected. As a matter of fact, we both finished with the same records. Y'all didn't make it.
Really?
So I will say that. Last year, I made a fatal mistake. But this year, it ain't no mistake. Y'all going to the shit house. Y'all ain't making shit this year.
We will see.
Yeah, y'all ain't winning shit this
will
year.
see.
Let me tell you something. Those fucking wild cards, one of them's coming out of the NFC West. It's probably gonna be. It's either gonna be us or Seattle because whoever don't win the fucking division.
It has to be
Seattle.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No, but what I'm saying is this though. That fucking wild card, one of them is coming out of the NFC West, so you can lock it up for whoever else is playing. And I honestly think the second wild card spot is going to come from the North because whoever doesn't win out of Chicago and fucking Green Bay, they're going to take the other spot.
Me, I think
the
it's
NFC South,
Niners and Lions.
No, the NFC South, they only got one person coming, that's the division winner. The NFC East, they only got one team coming, and that's the division winner. Simple. I couldn't pick a team, but I can tell you what division those wild cards are going to come from.
Now the AFC side.
The AFC wild card, one of those wild cards is coming from the AFC West.
Chiefs.
It's either going to be the Chiefs or the Chargers. Maybe even the Raiders. It depends. Like what I saw, I mean, you never know. You know?
Preseason, man.
It's preseason, but I'm gonna tell you something. That motherfucker was making regular season throws.
To me, it's the same thing.
Playing Seattle's first string.
They just played Seattle's first defense.
To me, it's the same thing as I had the NFC. It's the division's going to switch. Pittsburgh's going to win the division, but Bengals going to be the wild card. The other wild card I have is the Chargers.
So you got Baltimore not making it at all. I can see.
No,
that.
I got the Chiefs and Ravens as a wild card.
I don't think the
Because I don't think no one's gonna come out of the South but the division, and no one's gonna come out
I
of the
say
East but the
Steve Smith's
division.
making the playoffs. The Panthers aren't.
Ooh, wouldn't that hurt?
Nasty.
That would hurt. French fries, pound cake.
But
You know he gonna be talking shit about Cam.
But you know what?
He's a
he ain't
bitch.
talking shit.
But you know, in all
They
honesty,
ain't gotta leave
I'm
that
just
shit
hoping.
alone.
I'm just hoping for a good season. Like we get angry, we get
It's
pissed
a
off.
good season every year, man.
I want
It's
to see
gonna
a
be
good
good
season.
season.
But they gotta stop it with all those fucking penalties and throwing all those fucking flags. They ruining the goddamn game with that bullshit.
They ain't gonna stop. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
It's gonna get better.
Yeah. Well, that sums up the NFL for this week. You know, now it's time to get some things off our chests. It's time for the rant part of the show. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first. Last week, there was some technical difficulties. They didn't get our rants, so I'm just gonna get off my chest again. Fucking Dodgers, man. Been waiting since '88. I was fucking 6 years old. We're still holding on to that Kirk Gibson bullshit. We have the highest fucking payroll in the whole fucking league, and we're barely squeaking by. Come on, man. We should be like, we should have at least like 100 fucking wins this year, but we're not even gonna come close to that shit. We got the most dominating pitcher right now, Clayton Kershaw, gonna win his third Cy Young, but our bats are shit right now. Andre Ether, you're paying him money to fucking play like mush. Matt Kemp's playing like shit. Fucking Hanley Ramirez keeps getting fucking hurt. Like, I'm getting tired of this shit, man. Until we fucking win the World Series, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm seeing our fucking rivals like the Angels winning the World Series, the Giants winning 2 fucking World Series. I can't even defend the Dodgers against them because what can I say? We haven't won shit. The last great thing we honestly had was those fucking those 4 Rookie of the Years in the fucking row. Carrolls, Piazza, Mondesi, Nomo, and fucking Hollingsworth. That's actually 5. That's the last greatest shit we've like ever done. We go to the fucking playoffs, we fucking beat the Cubs, but then we lose against the damn Phillies. I'm getting tired of this shit, man. We should be up. We're one of the most elite franchises in baseball, right up there with the Yankees. But for some reason we can't win shit. Fucking Fox fucking bought us, they fucking turned us to shit. Fucking what was that guy named Frank McCourt bought us, turned us into shit. Now, Magic Johnson, even though I'm not really a Laker fan or anything at all, he's trying to do something, but there's no chemistry with the team, man. You're like signing all these big names with bullshit contracts.
Here's my question.
They're not doing shit.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but here's my question to you as you continue. Do you think maybe a managerial change is necessary?
Yeah.
I think they should put a true Dodger as a manager. They had a chance to get Socha and we dropped the fucking ball. That's what he went to the Angels and he got a fucking title with them. That's bullshit.
That's true.
You know? And you know, the lad I'm saying, I'm just getting tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of trying to defend the Dodgers against all my rivals, the Giants fans and the Yankee fans and the Angels. And I can't defend them because we haven't won shit. So they better win the fucking World Series this year. Or else I'm gonna stop following baseball. This is bullshit.
You gonna go?
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Alright. I touched on it earlier. I kind of had to stop myself. But my shit's about USC as a whole. Because the whole shit with the NCAA, sanctions and everything else like that. Then you had the whole fucking fallout with Lane Kiffin. Then you had Ed Orgeron, who did a damn good job as fucking coach. Then you make it, the way that he left, make a whole bunch of bullshit. Then you got fucking Pat Hayden, who's been a pretty good athletic director. But let's be honest, USC, you've been fucking up a lot. You know you had those sanctions and everything else like that, and you've been fucking up with this whole Shaw shit. You've been fucking up with the whole fucking coach searching, saying you're gonna throw NFL coaches in the search or whatever, just to try to make you fucking guys look good. You guys end up bringing fucking Sarkisian. You guys had a chance at Del Rio. You guys had a fucking, maybe a possible chance at fucking Gruden. But you guys couldn't fucking do shit.
Peterson.
Yeah, Peterson too. You guys could have brought a fucking name in. Instead, you brought fucking Sarkisian, who will fucking do a good job. But you know what? Let's be honest. USC, you've been fucking up a lot lately. Plain and simple, you fucking messed up really bad with this bullshit with Shaw. You didn't have to fucking release this press release. Now you gotta fucking find a way to save face. And that's fucking nonsense.
You gotta do damage control.
Exactly. Fucking damage control off of bullshit that you caused. Now I'm at SC for as long as I can remember. I go to games and everything else. But this is pissing me off. That's another thing. Fucking fix up the fucking Coliseum. That thing is fucking shit. It's like, I'd rather
Historic
sit,
landmark, they should.
I'd rather fucking sit on concrete. It's like I'm sitting on fucking bleachers like I'm in fucking Wrigley Field. It's fucking nonsense. And another thing, saying that the fucking USC ain't a bad fucking crowd. USC is a bad fucking crowd. I went to a game for USC versus Washington State. I seen 3 people in Washington State get their ass beat in a fucking bathroom.
Sound like a Raider game.
It reminded me of a Raider
They were
game.
beating up the Ram fans, I remember.
And then you guys it's just like USC clean up the shit. It's like you're more worried about fucking having this illusion that you guys are still great. Right now, you could be on the decline and could go up. But the rest of the shit under the surface, you're fucked up. Clean the shit up already.
I think the reason why Jack Del Rio didn't come to USC
Because he's a shitty
is
coach.
because it's really hot out here in Southern California, and he wouldn't be able to wear that leather jacket. That motherfucker always got that leather on, like it's supposed to make an impact. I just wanted to say that. All right, I'll go. I mean, my rant is pretty basic. My rant is on the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Motherfucker, let me tell you something. If you gonna suspend somebody, cause what I'm seeing is, and I'm not gonna sit up here and say what these guys did was wrong, but you're gonna take away everybody's main star for these long periods of time. Don't sit up here and cry and talk about how, oh, people ain't coming and people ain't here to see this and that. Because the fact is, you're suspending everybody fucking credible that can bring fucking excitement to the game. Now, the whole thing with Josh Gordon, you suspend him for a whole fucking year and then he tries to appeal it. I mean, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I seen, didn't Ben Roethlisberger's appeal come back a couple games? And they said he fucking raped somebody in a strip club. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker rode motorcycles with no helmets. I'm just saying. Either way, like I'm gonna take this fucking suspension with Aldon Smith because Aldon Smith did get in a lot of trouble, and we just flat out can't cover for him as a 49er fan. But why do you wait until the fucking peak of the goddamn season to fucking sit up here and tell us, guess what? Your leading pass rusher, he's out for 9 games. Tell us that shit. He got in trouble with all this shit way before this. Fucking tell us while we're still fucking going to the draft and tell us when we're fucking, cause didn't he fucking tell Josh Gordon he was gonna be gone to give fucking Cleveland an ample chance to get another receiver? We're the only team that really didn't get no goddamn warning. It's a week before the goddamn season. You're out of here. 9 games. Now who in the fuck are we gonna sign this week to get him acclimated with our fucking program? You know? I'm sick of this shit. And then you contradicting yourself all the fucking time. You fucked up on the Bounty Gate scandal. God knows you fucked up on that shit. You had to fucking sit back and fucking retract all that shit that you did what pertaining to them. And now you got this shit going on with this domestic violence shit. You fucking give Ray Rice 2 games and then you realize you fucked up and then you gonna turn around and lay the hammer down on the next person that comes along. That's all fine and dandy, but what the fuck are you gonna do with Jim Irsay? Is he gonna get in trouble? Are we just gonna forget that he didn't DUI or anything like that? Are we just gonna forget that this happened? Cause I got a strange feeling, fellas, that nothing's gonna come of that. And I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of the lack of consistency when it comes to punishment, laying down these penalties and everything like that. You know, I understand that from a business standpoint, the commissioner has taken the NFL to another level, but you gotta stop handcuffing these fucking teams with these fucking suspensions right before the goddamn season starts. And you fucking players, you guys need to straighten your shit out. I'm sick of this shit. You know you're a goddamn marquee player. You got no business going out there and getting in trouble. Alden, I'm talking to your monkey ass. This better be the last goddamn thing we see from your ass. Because you need to be out there putting quarterback dick in the dirt, not sitting at fucking home on a goddamn suspension. I'm not giving you a pass at all, son. You need to be doing it better. You are representing us when you do that bullshit, and you need to cut that shit out. Yeah, motherfucker, that goddamn Arrested Development shit ain't working. Okay, you ain't in Tennessee. You in San Francisco. All right, Randy, you go ahead.
That's it. I can't go beyond that.
All right.
So that wraps up Hard in the Paint. I apologize for losing it. But sometimes you get a little emotional, you get a little pissed off when the people making the decisions aren't making the right decisions. But we'll be back next week as the season gets ready to start. We just went hard in the paint.
Are you gonna hold?
Oh,
You better put that out
I'm
there,
mad at
man.
that shit.